Hello there everyone, and welcome back to this battle series featuring the 30 Years' War, specifically focusing on the period of the war, which is called the Swedish period, and we're focusing on the battle conducted by the Swedish army. So, Gustav Adolphus, last time around, I think we had Breitenfeld, if I'm not mistaken. And with the Battle of Breitenfeld, Sweden was able to gain access, or the Protestants, under the leadership of the Swedish king, were able to gain access into the Holy Roman Empire heartland. And they pushed as far as Bavaria, and before they came into Bavaria, Tilly maneuvered his army, of course, to try to stop them, because they've been rummaging through the heartland now, and he wanted to stop them, and so that happened at the river Leich. The battle is called, I'm not entirely sure what I'm actually going to put, if I'm going to put the Battle of Leich or the Battle of Rain, which is also sometimes called. Anyway, so the Gustav Adolphus set up his army there, and the plan was basically to hold them at the river while cavalry would swing around and attack them in the back and destroy them. But because of the fact that the enemy commander Tilly actually died during the battle and was carried off, the Catholics retreated, which saved them from the envelopment by Swedish cavalry. So what Gustav Adolphus did was they reached the river, and he made a pontoon bridge, or a boats that they build a bridge on, and then he sent 300 Hakapolitas, or the Finnish troops, over to build a breachhead on the other side, to build cannon batteries and so on, to protect the army crossing. And then he intended to hold the Catholics at that point, and they would fight it out while cavalry would move to the south about 10 kilometers down, and then they would cross there and come around and attack the Catholics in the back. But as I said, Tilly died during the battle, and the Catholics retreated, which caused them to sort of by luck to avoid the Swedish plan to envelop them. And as I recall, this battle, we recorded it quite a while ago, as I recall, we had quite similar results. The thing though is, as with all these battles, we don't try to recreate the battle, we're just setting it up in an historical context to make it a bit more interesting, and sometimes we also find the maps here. So in this case, I think this is the bridge that I should have sent the cavalry across, and I should have had the main attack go through here, because this bridge is south from this bridge. I also remember I had a few problems here with the batteries, because they're in the front, the enemy gunners will target them, and for some reason they're more accurate than the muskets. They have longer range and they're more accurate than the muskets in the American Civil War mod. So my battery suffered a lot here. As we can see, we've pushed up, and the Yellow Brigade has now moved across. We have been able to punish the Catholics up on the hill here a bit, but they're holding on pretty strong. I haven't pushed over the other attack. I was gonna set up this one first before I pushed up. I'm not sure if you've been able to notice this, but in the last one I used OBS, and what I noticed after I recorded was that the gunpowder, or the smoke here, once I had sort of rendered the video, was that it turned in. I recorded with OBS, and the smoke was black, while as I'm recording with Fraps now, and hopefully you'll see that the smoke is white, which I think looks a lot better. The Catholics are now moving down to take the fight here. I'm not sure if the Yellow Brigade's missile troops will be able to fire before the Catholics, the regiments arrive. Cannon shot tearing through the lines. It's the Furstenberry Spearman Regiment of the Catholic League marching up. I think we have Tilly in the back here. He's this guy with the feathers in his hat. The pikemen have arrived. Same with over here. The attack over here has not begun yet. I think what I set up here is the Blue Brigade together with the Scotsmen. We got some Scots in the back, and then cavalry to aid in that attack. Cannons are blasting. We've got the Catholic cavalry moving up here, firing their pistols as part of the Yellow Brigade moves up here. There's a risk here of them flanking in. I can't remember exactly what went down here. This regiment of Furstenberg as well has been surrounded and is being slowly killed off. I think they're trying to attack this one, or if they're going for the pikemen, sort of attacking them in the back. We got support though on this side of the river, being able to shoot. As you can see, there's lots of dead cavalrymen here. I can't remember exactly, but I believe that Tilly was shot in the leg, and that it was, and that was the fatal wound. I think that was the case, but don't quote me on that. I can't exactly remember. Oh yeah, this was kind of a strange thing that happened. For some reason, the enemy cavalry decided to route directly through my cavalry as they were passing through the bridge. I don't think enemies made it out. I'm not sure if that was cannon or if it was our men firing to kill those guys. Or was it cannon shot that killed him? I can't remember. Anyways, the Blue Brigade is now advancing, and we're putting pressure on the right flank of the Catholic army. The Swedish, they mostly of while Gustav Adolphus controlled, I think in total, at his height, he controlled around 100,000 men, maybe 150,000. Of those, only about 12 to 13,000 were from Sweden, or this Kingdom of Sweden, so we're including Finland in this as well. And of the Scots, there were roughly the same as the Swedes. So there were about 12 to 13,000 Scottish mercenaries that took part there. A lot of these, quite a few of the Scottish mercenaries, I believe, had been fighting with the Danish during the Danish period as well. Well, I guess the Scottish mercenaries had been a bit all over the place, but that was some of the other engagements that had been done there. So we're pushing across here. The Scots being very, what's it called? Very eager for battle and running after the enemy cuirassiers. The Catholics, we have a slight halt here in our advance on the left. Our cavalry is moving up here. We're trying to make our way up to claim the top of the hill. And now it looks as though we got some pike regiments moving up for an engagement over there. More Catholic cavalry routing. So at this point they're just holding the top here, and then down here, and to this one is the furthest one, but we could easily push this aside, and we've got more enemies routing. One of the funny things is the distance. Now I probably stopped the king by this time, but the king They actually will even though I put him here and I didn't move him through the entire battlefield or for the entirety of the battle, he actually managed to shoot someone. So the king's unit actually shoots an enemy. And early on I had them on fire at will, and they were able, I don't know how they managed to, but somehow they managed to shoot someone. I can't see any bodies close by, and the enemy Krazias, maybe they passed close enough for the king to fire. Let's go ahead and check here. On the right we've got the musketeers moving up. The angle of the hill though is preventing them to fire. We got the Scots and the Blue Brigade engaging some what looks to be Carmangos. I'm guessing these are Spanish troops. And then we got another Spanish regiment just behind the walls there, pushing lead into the Scots. Soon, however, they're going to rout this Croat cavalry, which is pretty good. But at this point, I think they've either lost too many men, or I can't remember exactly what happened, but they weren't going to hold against the Swedes. We got the Blue Brigade pushing up together with the cavalry. I think we have cornered some cannons. We've captured this cannon unit. We've got a lot of fighting over here. My cavalry has smashed into a regiment of missile units. And, ah yes, over here the Yellow Brigade has completely surrounded this enemy pike unit. Even though the Yellow Brigade, as you can see, are quite weak at certain points, they've actually completely surrounded this one and is slowly, you know, pushing it to death. And I think we've got... is it Tilly retreating now? Yes, that is Tilly. His flagman was just taken down there. So his flag was captured and he's running away. Although the guy with the feathers still alive. Maybe, I can't remember if we shoot him. But he's running away now. The Blue Brigade has moved quite a bit now to actually help out on this side. The Yellow Brigade has suffered quite heavy casualties as moving across here. Not entirely sure what these guys are shooting at. Probably something retreating. Oh, we got a single man running away, and we got some of the Croat cavalry that's set up over here. Or maybe it's just Santa. Look at all the dead pikemen over here. These two units comprise of 100 men. So they both lost about 200 troops. 200 souls lie dead on the field. Catholics completely destroyed there. At the same time, over on the right side, we managed to push off the pikes over here. This unit's gonna get cavalry in the rear, I think. And right now we're chasing this one around. And I think there's a Catholic pike unit somewhere around here. Yes, there it is. It's attacked some Blue Brigade units over here, and the Scots are trying to help out together with the 2nd Blue Brigade unit over here. And then the Scot pikemen are coming to attack in the back. As I recall, this will not go too well for the Scots. Fight hard, men of Scotland. Oh, we captured him. Tilly has been captured. Scots holding on, the Mackay's regiment. But they're losing heavily towards this one. Hopefully the Blue Brigade will be able to come in and aid, and maybe some cavalry, which are now striking into this unit over here. Over on the left, I believe we are victorious. Complete victory over here. Although with heavy losses, as you can see. There's dead people everywhere. Throughout the war, I think the final casualty number, including civilians and just everything lost, was 8 million people. There's only 13 men left in this unit, out of a unit out of 250 men. And you can see the bloody Blue Brigade hurrying up, trying to get to the Mackays, which has been suffered heavy casualties against the Spanish pike unit here. Even though the Mackays had the hill on their side, I think it's to do with the stats of the Scots. I can't remember exactly what the stats were, but they weren't that good. But now we got a almost fresh Blue Brigade moving in, together with cavalry. Maybe they even... No, I never moved the king, as I recall now. Saying maybe that was the king coming up. Let's see if the Blue Brigade is able to save the Mackays from complete and utter devastation. There is some fire from this unit towards... Oh, we're gonna have a fire duel over here. These guys versus Blue Brigade. Just standing up right there. They're just waiting for Niels. He needs to get in line. And here we go, the Blue Brigade. And the Blue Brigade is massacring. I think it's due to the fact that the Blue Brigade were able to hold their formation. And then it might have been that this Catholic unit here, also the fact that the Scots came back and started cutting them in the back. But I think when they attacked, they weren't able to set up the same sort of position as the Swedish unit here. That's one of the upsides with medieval, the fact that I believe they're able to attack multiple opponents at the same time. Or no, not multiple opponents. Multiple people are able to attack the same person, so you don't have the sort of dueling system that you have in others. So proper positioning of a unit could affect it a lot more maybe than in some of the later games. Although positioning is always important, but maybe you can do more important work. Look at this guy, he's got blood all over his face. But yeah, this was the Battle of Rain, or the Battle of the River Leech, or Leich, L-E-C-H, Leich. So, anyways, I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll see you guys for another one. Maybe actually, yes, maybe we should check the statistics. Always fun, is it not? Casualties inflicted, the highest number will go to one Yellow Brigade unit, which I guess might be pikes. Although the fact that they've only sustained 39 casualties means that it's probably oh, they sustained 39 casualties, whereof 38 was healed, so they only lost one man. But they managed to shoot down 284 enemies. And highest casualties sustained goes to, we got 195 there, which Mackay's regiment of foot, so the Scots, they lost the most. none of them were healed. They managed to catch 19 people. And in the end, there was only 8 men left of them. So the Scots did not do very well. Anyways, as I said before, I hope you guys enjoyed it. And hopefully, I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye!